The Detroit Lions have just been caught in the middle of a massive controversy that is leaving fans both outraged and concerned. Brian Branch, one of the Lions' most explosive and talented defensive players, has not only been suspended by the NFL, but also been denied the contract extension many expected in the coming weeks. This news dropped like a bombshell within the locker room and is already dominating conversations in Detroit. Before we get into the details, like us if you're a die-hard Lions fan and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because here you'll always get the hottest, most up-to-date updates on the franchise. League sources confirmed that Brian Branch was suspended for one game following the melee at the end of the loss against the Kansas City Chiefs when he was caught punching Juju Smith-Schuster, a scene that sent shockwaves throughout the NFL. The act was viewed as unsportsmanlike conduct and resulted in the league's immediate decision. Branch attempted to appeal, seeking to postpone the suspension so he could be on the field for the big Monday Night Football matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the request was denied. Now it's official. He won't play in Week 7. The most frustrating thing for fans is that this suspension comes at a time when the Lions' defense is completely depleted, and without Branch, the secondary loses its most versatile and aggressive player. Branch's reaction after the incident drew attention. In an interview, he admitted he lost his temper, saying he was provoked throughout the game and that his reaction was childish and unnecessary. Coach Dan Campbell, for his part, didn't shy away from the controversy. During his appearance on 97.1 FM radio, the coach made it clear that he doesn't approve of what happened, but he also defended his player tooth and nail, stating that Branch is not a bad guy and that what happened was a bad emotional decision, not a bad person. This kind of attitude shows Campbell's confidence in the integrity of the locker room and the recovery of his players, but Branch's absence will be costly. With the suspension official, the Lions had to act quickly. In a move that caught many by surprise, the team signed former Chiefs player Jammie Robinson directly from the rival franchise's practice squad. Robinson is a fifth-round pick in the 2023 NFL Draft and signed a one-year contract and is expected to fill the void left by Branch's absence. The new safety has 21 NFL starts but is still searching for his big break. He's expected to be used immediately, especially against an opponent who has been flying, Baker Mayfield's Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are enjoying a very high performance and have even started to be mentioned in MVP conversations. And that's precisely the big problem. Detroit enters this game with a depleted defense, facing a quarterback in top form, and possibly with the return of Mike Evans, one of the league's biggest aerial threats. Without Branch, the secondary loses speed, game reading, and aggressiveness. Campbell will need to reinvent the defensive scheme to prevent Mayfield and company from exploiting the gaps left. Many analysts are already pointing to this matchup as one of the biggest tests of the season for the Detroit team, and the pressure on the defense has never been greater. Now, the question remains, was the punishment fair or excessive? Branch made a mistake, yes, but the provocation was also present. Should the NFL be stricter with those who provoke or just those who react? Leave your opinion here in the comments. I want to hear what you think of this decision. And of course, if you want to continue following all the Lions updates, like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Let's move on to the next update and talk about the Detroit Lions' new signing. The team was quick and aggressive in reacting to Brian Branch's suspension, which has shaken the secondary in recent days. The Detroit Lions just surprised everyone with a decision no one expected. The team signed safety Jammie Robinson, who was on the Kansas City Chiefs practice squad and has now joined the 53-man active roster. It's a move that shows Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell aren't willing to leave any holes in the defense, especially at a time when the team is experiencing a difficult run of injuries and suspensions on the defensive end. Before we get into the details of this new addition and what it means for the future of the defense, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there's a lot going on in Detroit and you won't want to miss any updates. But what makes this signing so intriguing is that Jammie Robinson isn't just any name. Drafted in the 5th round of the 2023 draft by the Carolina Panthers, he had a solid rookie season, playing in 15 games, starting 2, and demonstrating versatility by playing both nickel and box safety. Despite being released in December, he never had much free time. The Arizona Cardinals quickly signed him and kept Robinson throughout training camp. When the Cardinals trimmed their roster and he ended up being left out of the starting 53, the Kansas City Chiefs added him to the practice squad, where he had been developing until he received the call that could change the course of his career. And that call came from Detroit. On the field, Robinson showed flashes of talent that had caught the attention of scouts since college. In 21 games with the Panthers, he accumulated 20 tackles and was a remarkable presence on special teams, playing 366 snaps. He is known for his explosive agility, reading ability, and physical readiness to handle any contact. And there's a long-standing connection with the Lions. Robinson had already met with the team during the 2023 NFL Combine, and current Detroit linebackers coach Sean Dion Hamilton coached him at the Senior Bowl, which certainly influenced the team's decision to bring him in now. In other words, this isn't a blind bet. It's a studied, strategic move that could bear fruit in the coming weeks. During the Combine, analysts highlighted something interesting about Robinson. He's compact, quick, and has very refined technical movement, although this can sometimes make him a bit stiff. When he loosens his body and plays instinctively, he demonstrates impressive acceleration, the kind of player who moves fluidly, as if the field were smaller for him. In change of direction drills, he excelled with a body control few defensive backs of this class possess. In short, he has the physical and mental tools to contribute immediately, especially in an aggressive and reactive system like that of Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn. And the timing of this signing couldn't be more critical. With Brian Branch suspended for one game, Kirby Joseph's status still uncertain due to a knee injury, and veteran Rock Sin likely being used more as a cornerback to fill holes in the defense, Detroit desperately needed reinforcements. The team had an open roster spot after Loren Strickland's release, and Robinson arrives precisely to fill that void. In just 2 weeks of October, the Lions had already promoted and signed a veritable roster of defensive reinforcements: Trey Flowers, Nick Whiteside, Arthur Mollett, Kendall Fuller, and now Jammie Robinson. It's a clear sign that the front office is in full-on emergency mode, fine-tuning every detail of the roster ahead of the season's final stretch. Robinson's arrival, while seemingly discreet at first glance, could be the kind of quiet change that transforms the team's defensive balance. Now, it remains to be seen whether he can capitalize on this opportunity and establish himself in a secondary desperately in need of stability. What do you, fans, think of this Lions signing? Do you think Jammie Robinson could be the next surprise in Detroit's defense? Leave your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to like the channel. Until the next update, because the way things are going, Detroit isn't done making moves yet.
Thank you to all Detroit Lions fans who are subscribed here on the channel. Your support contributes to this work continuing, which is always updating fans with the latest Detroit Lions news firsthand. I ask that you share the channel news in all groups and activate your notification so you don't miss any new video. Remember, our focus is to always keep you as well informed as possible, and your help strengthens our work. Share the news a lot. Until the next update, let's go Detroit!